Hey, Tim Sykes here. I have a crazy, crazy busy day today. I'm giving my challenge webinar in about an hour, but first I got to tell you about this. This is my annual conference, and you have just a few days to get early bird pricing. The first 200 registrants only in 6 days and 9 hours from now. If you go right here, there's the URL, traderandinvestorsummit.com. You can join the early bird. Really looking forward to meeting a lot of you guys in person. This year it's going to be in Orlando, September 10th through 12th. And we're going to have literally 3 days, 2 days of education and 1 day of live trading with several millionaire traders, myself, Tim Grattani, Mark Crook, Michael Good, Superman, so many people that have just really dedicated their lives to not just trading, but also helping the trading community and sharing what we've learned over the years. So go to traderandinvestorsummit.com, get on the early bird list, just the first 200 people. But today I got to give props to so many students, namely Tommy. HMNY has been a big, big spiker today. Let me just show you. I was dip buying this in here in the 10s, if you remember earlier this week, thinking that it would bounce. And frankly, I just gave up. It wasn't bouncing for the 2 days that I was buying it. I was thinking, oh, maybe I'm a little too aggressive, no bounce, whatever. And I lost a few $100 twice, basically. Today we got the big spike up to 14. So coulda, woulda, shoulda made a few grand, but in the end, I did not have the patience. It's a very speculative stock. Until today, the stock market wasn't doing that great. So I don't regret selling too soon. And I love seeing that I was on the right track. So too with MGT. I've been buying this in the 240s, 250s a few times in the past few weeks. And I took a lot of criticism because people were like, it's a junk company, you should never buy it. But for me, I don't care. I mean, all these stocks are junk. I don't care if they're quality companies. I just want to play predictable patterns. And both MGT and HMNY are clear supernovas. They have each dipped roughly 40-50% off their highs. If you watch my penny stocking framework DVD, you know that I like to dip buy supernovas when they start holding support. And HMNY was not an exact hold of support by any means, but it basically bottomed here in the low 9s, then it bottomed here at 980-ish, and it bottomed here at 950. But once it broke this key level of 11, which it was holding back when I was long in the 10s, it couldn't get back to 11. But once it broke 11, it was off to the races, and it went to the 14s. Even now, it's still in the 12s. So I was on the right track. With MGT, it had to break. I thought that it had to break 250, but when it broke 250, it didn't really do anything. The key was really 260. It's not an exact science, but you start to realize, wait a minute, this is all about risk and reward. And even though I was wrong when I was trading MGT and HMNY, I was right in my thesis. And I lost a few cents a share on both of them, a few $100, nothing in the grand scheme of things. And yesterday, my losses were much smaller than my gains. I ended up over 4,000 today. I'm up a little over 1,000. So focus on patterns. Don't worry if a company is trash. Don't listen to these short sellers who are so bitter and freaky and troll-like, and they just bash anybody who wants to buy any of these stocks. And guess what, you dumb motherfucker short sellers? You're wrong. You're wrong. You got squeezed. You lost. No wonder why you're bitter. No wonder why you're introverted. No wonder why traders are so small in the grand scheme of the world. And it's sad because a true trader should be able to go long or short. But thanks to partially my own fault, because I was so kind of narrow-minded when I first began teaching. I was only a short seller. And I, too, was very, bashful, I guess, full of bashes for other people who would buy these stocks. And I've adapted. And now I go long and I go short. But I feel bad because I created this group that has just been so bitter. And they're really detestable people who just say, oh, never buy these. And guess what? these stocks, I mean, right as I'm filming this, MGT is hitting new day highs. So you can buy these stocks, and you should buy these stocks if and when support holds. I'm not saying just buy a junky company for the hell of it. Most of the time they're not going to do that well. But if you can catch the volume and you catch the momentum and you focus on patterns that I teach, watch my 7-step framework in penny stocking, my penny stocking framework DVD. You'll see these. These are both classic number 5 positions. It's not random that these stocks are spiking. I might have been off by a few days, but I was on the right track, and I'm very proud of that. And for me as a teacher, that's what you pay me to do, to be on the right track. I'm not a hedge fund manager. You don't pay me for performance. You pay me for ideas. And some of you can really learn on your own. And some of you guys, like Tommy, do better than me. And I love it. I'm not jealous. I'm not sad when someone does better than me. I'm very proud. Okay, as I said in my Instagram post today, I feel like I'm Archie Manning. He's the father of both Peyton and Eli Manning. Both of his sons were quarterbacks in the NFL just like him. Although Archie never won a Super Bowl himself, both of his sons have now won 2 Super Bowls each. So I'd really like to, teach you, and I don't know who my next millionaire student is going to be, but I love when students do better than me. And, Tim Grattani, I have to mention, my top student, he has nearly doubled my profits in the first few years of his trading career. So I don't get angry. I'm very proud. And hopefully some of the stuff that I teach you can get through to you. I'm not saying follow my picks, never follow anybody's alerts, but follow the patterns and follow people's lessons, because I'm trying to teach you stuff that I've learned in over 18 years. And all these short sellers who are like, no, never buy HMNY or MGT. They're all junk. Fuck you, you dumb motherfuckers. That's right, I'm pissed. Narrow-mindedness makes me pissed because so many people believe that stuff, that you should never buy this. And this is a stock that has gone from the 1s to nearly 20 in a few days. And now it's bounced from roughly 10 to 14 in one day. So yes, do buy this. And if you don't want to buy it, then you're going to be ignoring a lot of opportunities. And that really pisses me off. Anyways, here's Julian. You get a follow because you show a nice screenshot. You made $165 on MGT. I got to give props to Superman. He nailed it. He's been buying HMNY a few times. He's been wrong a few times. But, literally I think it was like 30 minutes before the spike happened. He didn't nail it exactly, but, he was there prepared today. I think he got in and out twice today, but he was there 30 minutes before the big spike to 14, and he made a few grand. Also got to give props to Selmir. He made 360 after commissions. Sniper Trades was shorting EXAS. EXAS was another play today. Too many plays, guys. Crazy. This is a nice spike here, and now fade. It was buy the rumor and actually kind of sell or short the news right now. Just freaking awesome dropping. So props to Sniper Trades. Also got to give props to some students in the chat room. I know there's many more of you. I can't quote everybody. I got to go give a webinar to my challenge students. But Svi made a nice 20% on MGT. Swick Taxi, I think he was in at 270, out at 3. So made a nice 10%. And then Yasserk made 200 on XGTI, another stock in play. Here's Alex, made 500 shorting EXAS. And here's Caesar on TWER. I should mention TWER. I was buying this yesterday at 20 cents a share, and I was selling it at 25, 28. And it went all the way up to 38. And a lot of people were like, Sykes, you always sell too soon. You're such a fucking idiot. And I see all this negativity. I kind of laugh at it because, yes, I sold too soon, but I still made my 30%. And if I don't have that mentality of locking in, whether it's 20, 30, 40%, I don't care if I can make 50 or 60 or 70%. It's right back down. If I had the mentality of just holding and hoping, I would be break even. So I would much rather make my 30%, which I did make, rather, than trying to go for home runs all the time. Sometimes I'll take singles and doubles, and I made a few $1,000s. And most importantly, I warned everyone to sell into this strength yesterday, because today it's been straight back down. So anyways, enjoy the volatility, guys. I got to go give challenge webinar. You challenge students, come ready with questions.